Hi Dennis, this is Denis Thibault on Cornwall Free News. Dennis is running for City Council. So Dennis, why are you here today?
Well, I'm here to see the crowd and get a bit of a feel for what's going on in this place. Because I walked in here and I see the big crowd, and now I'm walking around and shooting the breeze with people I haven't seen for a while. But it's the time for us to get out in the public as politicians and see what's really going on in the community. My understanding that tonight there's part of the funds here are going towards some kind of a charity. I'm not sure which one it is, but I received an invitation and I figured I'd come down and see what's going on. And then after this, I'm going to the curling club to spend some time there with a wine and cheese. I'm one of these politicians who's going to go around, shake a few hands, kiss a few babies, and make sure that I get there to see people. Because if you don't, next thing that you know, your name doesn't come up often enough. And even though I've been on council for 4 years, I've got to work my butt off because people have to know that I'm interested in doing a good job for them, and that's what I'm trying to do.
Dennis, what's your biggest accomplishment in your 4 years on City Council?
Well, I'm a fiscal conservative with a social conscience, so what I've been doing for the last 4 years is making sure that the tax increases are as low as possible, but at the same time that we recognize that we have social issues that need to be addressed. Probably one of the biggest things that I've been able to accomplish is get the city of Cornwall focused on buying back their waterfront from the federal government. I think that's important for the future development of this community.
What vision do you have for the waterfront?
I have the vision of the city owning the full waterfront and finding ways of developing it with some input from the community, from the grassroots, but also doing some innovative approaches. There's so many communities that have developed their waterfront and become very successful economically. Cornwall has to do the same thing. We have to learn from others.
Well, what do you think of Brockville's waterfront, for example?
Hey, Brockville has done a phenomenal job, and some of the other municipalities as well. I know, like for instance, Lachine has redeveloped their canal and a few other things of that nature. We have to move in that direction as well.
What do you want to accomplish the most over the next 4 years?
Keep the taxes as low as possible. The other thing that I'd like to see happen is a whole series of new high-paying jobs. And we have to bring more people into the area because the only way to lower taxes is to increase our tax base. If we increase our population, that means more housing. It means that we end up with more people paying taxes.
What do you think the best way is to generate or create that growth?
I think the council has a role to play in developing an atmosphere for growth. And I think, if you look back over the last number of years, we've done some of that by adding so much to our industrial park, for instance. And if we continue to do...
Attention. Sorry.
Then the next thing that will happen is that we'll end up in a situation where we have
Marie and Louise
automatically
have
more
been around
jobs
the
being
room
created.
Once, maybe
Thank
twice.
you for your time.
I just
Dennis
want to make
Thibault,
sure that
Cornwall
they've
Free
gotten
News.
everybody.